Everything
Remember,
okay?
kids, if I can give you one piece of advice in your life, never leave home without a blue eyes white dragon.
Whoa!
Yeah. Heck yeah.
That might be the most on-brand thing we've ever done, is Prince
Impossible!
walk away to pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon that he's been keeping in his wallet this entire time.
Very good.
Zazame in the chat says, Pridge gets stopped by the police. Sir, are you currently armed? Pridge showing the Blue Eyes White Dragon card. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
God damn.
And it was actually Yu-Gi-Oh! We both bust out dual discs. Dual discs.
Dual dicks!
Look, everyone said that in low life at one point.
No, I
all
don't
the mistakes
actually.
I could make.
Yeah, that's really
I
unfortunate,
had to
bud.
say dual dicks.
That's real unfortunate, bud.
Damn it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another, I don't know if it's a regular episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer. It
sure is an episode.
It sure is something. I'm your host, Zach, joined by our voice actor, Wes.
Heyo!
And our actual lawyer, Pridge.
Dual disc. Dual disc.
Well, Pridge, now I have to include that in the actual cold open, so you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Folks, this is going to be a bit of an irregular episode. Instead of playing more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All and going into Case 3, Turnabout Big Top, we are going to dedicate this episode just to reading some fan fictions and going to fan art and reacting to all the wonderful stuff that you, our community, have made. Excuse me. Because there's a lot of it. And this way, we don't start a new case and then instantly go into playing Great Ace Attorney Chronicles and then somewhere down the line jump back to this game and be like, wait, so who was doing what's happening? There's a clown. I don't know.
There's a clown.
Yeah.
So this one's for the fans.
This one is for the fans. Only fans. This is the only fans episode.
This is the only. You know what? Everybody wanted it to be the only fans stream,
I can't take
and
credit
now
for
it
that joke.
is.
Somebody in the Discord.
Now it
this
is.
week. But folks, we're not going to leave you out in the cold without a bar exam question. So, Pridge, give us that sweet, sweet content. What's going on in Anytown, Ohio this week?
I need that bar exam question.
All right, today we're going to learn about Alan's really unlucky trip. Alan's really unlucky vacation. That's the movie title.
I love that.
Really unlucky vacation.
I love that book series. It's very good.
Hotel is a small bed and breakfast hotel run by the Smith family and located in an old Victorian home in a fishing village. We're just going to pretend that Anytown, Ohio has a fishing village.
Okay.
Anytown's not mentioned in this question, but we got to keep the law going.
Maybe it's close to Lake. Maybe it's close to Lake Erie.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you can't go fishing in Lake Erie.
Yeah.
Alan read an advertisement for a hotel describing it as an informal place where employees do not wear name tags or uniforms, just Hawaiian shirts and khaki shorts.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Yes.
This place kicks ass.
Oh my god. Can I have my birthday, honeymoon, and funeral here?
It turns out it's just a Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville.
Oh, my point still stands.
Alan arranged to go fishing one weekend and decided to give hotel a try. He reserved a room for 2 nights and indicated he would arrive by noon on Friday. He received a letter confirming his stay in room 7.
Okay.
All right. Is this like a haunted house thing? Is room 7? Is this gonna be like that one movie where the hotel room's cursed and the name of the movie is The Hotel Room, but I can't remember the name of the movie.
1403.
That's it.
And it's you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Hotel.
Yeah.
Ohio.
California.
Hotel.
Living it up at the Hotel Ohio.
See, the best part is this hotel is just called Hotel,
Yeah,
so it's living it up at Hotel. This hotel, I guess.
Canonically, that's their theme song.
Yeah.
Alan arrived at 11 a.m., parked his car on the street in front of hotel, and entered the lobby. Facing the entrance was a desk with a sign saying, "Ring bell to check in."
Okay.
Room keys hung on a board behind the desk. On an adjacent table was a guest services sign. A handwritten note tacked to the sign said, "Gone fishing. If no one is behind the desk, leave a note." A young woman dressed in a Hawaiian shirt and khaki shorts, who was sitting at a game table in the otherwise empty lobby, asked Alan if he was checking in. Alan gave the woman his reservation confirmation letter, and she went behind the desk and gave Alan the key to room 7. Alan asked if he might deposit his Rolex watch in the hotel safe.
Fucking Alan, holy shit.
All right, Alan.
That big money timepiece, Alan.
I think Alan did that as a flex. He was like,
100%.
"Excuse me, is there a safe where I can put my Rolex?" And he kind of like shows it to the one person in the room.
Yeah.
The young woman said yes and took the watch from Alan. She then made a note on Alan's confirmation letter and gave the letter back to him. Alan went off to unpack.
Okay.
In his room, Alan found a note informing him that the fishing boat he had chartered for the next day had been canceled.
Oh no.
Damn.
Alan returned to the lobby, which was now empty, anxious to find another charter boat.
Okay.
As Alan exited hotel, a man wearing a Hawaiian shirt asked Alan if he wanted valet parking for his car to get it off the street.
I don't know why it's so funny that everyone's wearing Hawaiian shirts.
It's just a nondescript person in Hawaiian shirt
But we know where they're staying.
Yeah.
We know where that person's staying.
Alan agreed, gave the man his car keys, and took a numbered parking ticket from him.
Okay.
Alan also told the man he wanted to charter a fishing boat. The man said he could arrange a charter boat for Alan through a hotel for $200 cash.
Oof.
Alan said he was reluctant to deal with a parking attendant for that amount of money. The man said the manager, Mrs. Smith, let him do it all the time. Alan gave him the $200 cash. The man then jumped into Alan's car, threw it in reverse, and backed it into a tree.
Okay.
I really hope that he just did it all. He was just like, "Thanks for the $200, loser." Yeet, and just did tree.
The sound of the crash brought a woman in a Hawaiian shirt, wiping her hand on her apron, to the front door of hotel. She looked at the man who had wrecked Alan's car and yelled at him, "You're fired."
Oh, shit.
Damn! Doesn't even stop to ask questions.
The man jumped out of Alan's car and ran away.
Wait, what?
The woman introduced herself as Mrs. Smith. She explained to Alan that she had been back in the kitchen baking for the past 15 or 20 minutes. She said that she hadn't heard Alan ring the desk bell, but that she would take care of him now. Alan explained to her what had happened to him since he had arrived at hotel. Mrs. Smith stated that hotel did not have a young woman working as a desk clerk.
Fuck.
She searched the check-in desk, but Alan's Rolex was gone.
I knew it! It's The Shining!
Fuck.
He's been there the whole time!
No. Mrs. Smith also told Alan that the now fired parking attendant was not authorized to arrange fishing charters.
Jesus Christ, this guy got so screwed. Holy shit.
Hey, that's what he gets for flexing his Rolex to everybody.
That's kind of true.
Is hotel liable to Alan for the loss of his Rolex, the property damage to his car, and the loss of the $200 he gave the parking attendant?
I thought one of the questions was going to be, and which of these characters was not wearing a Hawaiian shirt?
Do you remember?
And I was like, shit, bonus question. My gut wants to say no, but I don't know if it's that cut and dry.
For which one though?
I think the lady who stole the watch.
We have
got the watch.
lost Rolex, busted up car, and wasted $200.
Busted up car
Is a definite.
Yes. The other things, no.
I think because he gave the $200 to the person before they were fired, they're still liable for that employee's actions. But I don't know. I'm curious.
All right, so the two things being quizzed in this question are first, respondeat superior, which is essentially means that the ability to sue an employee for to sue the employer for the negligence of an employee.
Okay.
And then this is also asking about other torts, basically known as negligent hiring, retention, and supervision, which are three different things.
Okay.
So in the case of the Rolex, since that was not an employee, he just gave his Rolex to some random lady in a Hawaiian shirt. The hotel is not liable for that.
Yeah.
Right.
He just that was just a random person who essentially stole his watch.
But what a good grift.
Yeah, really.
That's a good grift.
Just wanders over from, I think, she was at a gaming table, so he just wandered over from the gaming table, grabbed this dude's watch, and just pieced out.
Yeah, the Hawaiian shirt bandit.
This is why you have your employees in uniforms, so it's not so easy for random people to impersonate them.
But hey, the sign said no suits and business cards, Hawaiian shirt and khakis only.
Yeah,
so that is their
which is why you don't do that. Relaxed atmosphere is nice, being dumb is not.
Agreed.
Now, for the damage to the car, that's pretty obvious. The key to respondeat superior is really just that the employee has to be committing the negligent action in the course of their employment.
Okay.
He was a parking attendant. His job is to park cars. He crashed a car, apparently very quickly, got in and just immediately ran into a tree.
That's the funniest shit to me.
It's so good. Just
dude's absolutely just a trash driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll park a car, dude. Right.
You said that, and you did the Lotta face when you went brr.
So yeah, that one is definitely yes. Now the third one's interesting because he is an employee, but it's not in the scope of his job duty to arrange fishing charters.
Yes.
Right.
So the question is, and obviously an employee himself is always personally liable, but this question is going after hotel because guess who has money? Not the guy who just got fired for crashing your car.
Well, he does have
But
$200.
he does now have $200. Exactly.
We know that.
That's why these laws are important, because no one really ever wants to go and try and sue minimum wage employees. They want to sue the business with all the money.
Facts.
So it's tough to say whether he's going to be held responsible for this, because again, that's not part of his job, and within the scope of your employment is not, it's one of those things where it's a gut call. The circumstances can change it. Obviously, if you're a parking attendant, you crash a car, that's pretty obvious. But he was still doing service for guests, which is part of a hotel employee's job. But if he's only trained to be a parking attendant, then if he starts trying to do other tasks, he could be deemed outside of the scope of his employment, and thus the employer would not be held liable for that.
Gotcha.
So hotel it's a definite no for one, a definite yes for two. Three's up in the air. I'd probably say no. But it's one of those things where if someone could come up with a convincing enough argument for yes, or there'd be additional facts on exactly what his training and title is, that could sway that one.
Yeah.
If the khakis don't fit, you must acquit.
That was very good.
So if Alan went to go have a nice weekend fishing, lost a Rolex, busted up his car, and he's out $200.
Damn, that sucks.
Dang.
That sucks, Alan.
Alan and the terrible, rotten, no good, very bad vacay.
Folks, so basically the plan is we're gonna react to fanfics today and art as we usually do. And then next week on Tuesday, again, reminder, if you are watching this now, the normal stream will not happen on Wednesday. It will be on Tuesday next week. Pridge is going to
get it right.
Tuesday.
We are same time, and we are going to be playing Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're going to start with the first case, and try to get through it because I heard it is rather long for a first case in a game.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna try. I'm gonna try and get some sort of edit for that up on Wednesday, just so we can be there on the ground floor, at least as far as YouTube Let's Plays go for the game. But yes, we're planning to play through a considerable portion of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We might play through like the first two cases and then maybe start alternating. Basically, what it comes down to is unless something crazy happens where this becomes severely more profitable. And we can pay Pridge to quit his full-time job. I don't feel comfortable asking him to do another stream every week so we can get more content. Also, I physically couldn't edit another episode of this every week to play both games at the same time. And also that would get a little confusing personally, I think. But I'm excited to experience Great Ace Attorney Chronicles for the first time.
I'm so happy.
A brand new game. It's crazy.
I know.
It's happening.
It's happening.
But let's start talking about the plans for tonight because, folks, I sent into y'all this little sweet Google Doc, and y'all filled it up with quite a few things for us to read.
Ooh, so sweet.
I don't know if we will be able to read the entirety of all of them, but the plan... Donson dropped the first two things in here. First, starting off with Ace Autocorrect and also Dolores' backstory segment of Turnabout Eclipse, their fan game. My plan is to have the Ace Autocorrects be read as little palette cleansers in between the full things because they are essentially short sections that are very kept to themselves and goofy. And then get into the other ones. I think most of them are kept pretty short, but there are some that are quite long, and that becomes an issue of... I don't want to spend more than, we'll say, an hour talking about or reading fan art before we get into the art, because that could be another hour and a half, and then we'd be here just the same amount of length. Also, just get a little tired in the voice again. So let's start with Ace Autocorrect. We'll read the very first one, and we'll go from there. Because yes, Donson did leave a note. Even though I've been hyping this up Ace Autocorrect for quite some time, I understand you might not be able to play through all of them. Incredible if you do. But if you feel like you can only read a few of these beautiful stories, I suggest 1, 6, and 10. 1, to understand how it all started, to know exactly what to expect, and 6 and 10 as they are fan favorites. Well, we will definitely start with 1.
There's like some art included as well.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Art. There is art in some of these too, which is amazing.
Oh, that's awesome! Amazing.
So the question is, how do we divvy this up? I feel like because there's no voice acting in this one.
Oh, they're just stories.
At least this one. I know some of them do have like spoken dialogue. Pridge, why don't you read this first one? Huh?
I'll narrate our intro.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
great.
baby.
Right. Ace Autocorrect. Prediction right. Story 1. Turnabout the best. Canonically speaking, Wendy Oldbag is a multi-million-dollar company that offers to provide the information on the legendary web.
Okay.
The legendary web.
He met with Lana Hart online, and she rallies with her to become a surgeon.
Okay.
Okay, bad idea, but sure.
Meanwhile, Larry Butts said that he could earn the stone for his judgment, and together could be considered a god.
Yeah.
He could earn
This
the
is
stone.
already amazing because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Finally,
These are good.
Larry can assume his rightful place.
We are become as gods.
Become as gods.
Wendy and Lana are going to color the league itself and stop the anarchy of their long rivalry with Brazil and the Stone.
I hate you, Brazil.
Larry Butts was the obvious one to take the stone, so they had to accept the fact that they were to kill him.
Oh shit!
Oh, so this is like a rivalry situation
Rivalry
for the
with
stone.
Brazil and the Stone. Yeah.
He was blinded by their
stone.
He was blinded by their dogs and his loyal steed.
He was blinded by his own steed? No.
Yes.
Their dogs conspired with his loyal steed, apparently, to blind him.
No, Larry!
Some real Equus shit right there.
Together,
Oh, I don't want to imagine naked Larry now.
Together with the customers that have occurred in the process,
Okay.
Wendy and Lana begin the plan.
Uh-huh.
They get attacked by the British government and their plan nearly falls.
God damn.
Miles Edgeworth coming in with the British government, obviously.
Fucking MI6.
So they make it out of the country and then are face to face with Larry. That was just a sentence.
Yep.
I don't think that's correct grammar, but that was just a sentence.
A lot happened in that one sentence.
Yeah. The clip notes.
He gives them the stone out of snacks, and they speed out of the cave.
He just gave them the stone?
Out of snacks?
Larry, what are you doing?
I
The
mean,
stone is so valuable.
But he was already blind. What else is he gonna do?
That's true.
But with the stone is for his judgment, so he could be considered a god.
Right.
Larry, what are you doing?
I guess Larry Butts won't be becoming a god.
Well, if something smells, it's probably the butts.
Ah, dang it! You got us there.
With Stone again, they work to rebuild the world.
Oh, I didn't know this was post-apocalyptic.
It is now.
However, DL6 is the dollar.
There we go.
The end.
DL6 is the dollar.
What a horrifying ending to go out on, though.
DL6 is the dollar.
Wendy and Lana succeeded in getting the stone, but then, however, DL6 is the dollar.
Always comes back.
I need the dollar.
Also,
DL6.
I gotta say, because these are all done by using autocorrect on your phone. The fact that so many Ace Attorney characters and concepts show up in your autocorrect just is a testament to how much you're talking about Ace Attorney, Don, son. It's amazing. All right, let's roll back to the main page, and let's save Dolores's backstory because, listen, I love you, Don, son. I don't want to keep doing just Don, son stories, you know.
Dang, shots freaking fired.
Let's go with Jupe. Oh, sorry, it's cursed. It's actually cursed. Wow, I can't believe it. Cursed with their AI dungeon game. Oh, it's the Jake Marshall in a post-apocalyptic Meekin's Blood world.
Okay.
This one does have dialogue. So,
okay.
Pridge, do you want to read the narration, and then anything that's in quotation marks, me and Wes will divvy up?
Why can't I open the file?
What?
Uh-oh.
Why can't I open... Oh, hold on.
It's the third one?
There we go. Yeah, no, for some reason it wasn't letting me open it by just clicking on it. I had to go to right-click open, which is weird, but...
Oh, wait, sorry.
What are we apologizing for?
Oh, I'm really sorry, Zanoob. God damn, also rude. My facial hair is what it is, okay? Come on. All right. Let's do this.
All right, so I'm narrating.
You are narrating.
All right. You are Jake Marshall.
Hell
Damn.
yeah.
The world has gone into an apocalypse after Polly the Parrot collided with the blood dimension. You are currently looking for Billy, the cactus. At this moment, you are in a desert wasteland, which is slowly starting to turn into a swamp.
Billy, it's me. I found you. Come on out. Come on out.
You call out. At first, you don't hear anything, but then you see something moving in the distance, and it's coming towards your direction.
Uh-oh.
You quickly run back to where you were before. A tiny blue badger spider approaches you,
Oh,
and then hundreds more come crawling out of the cracks in the ground like the floodgates have opened.
Get away from that tree.
You order. The badger spiders look at you with confused eyes. You pick one up and decide to keep one as a pet.
Okay.
You pick up the blue badger spider and love it. It climbs onto your shoulder. You say,
Howdy, little fella. Will you help me find my friend Billy?
the badger spider nods with a proud air.
Aw, it's like a Disney spider. Okay, this is fine. Great. I really need you to help me find my friend. He looks like he is stuck in the middle of a swamp.
You explain to the spider. You head for the swamp. You walk through the swamp, and soon you see something in the water. It is big. You look at the badger spider, and it points to the creature. Out of the water comes a monstrous beast, the fabled Gordy.
Oh, shit.
You want to be Gordy?
Sure. Hey, fellas. Golly, the world looks like a wasteland. What happened?
The Gordy asks.
Oh, it's
The
Gordy.
badger spider points at you. The Gordy looks
it's
at
not
you
my fault.
with a confused expression. You say,
The world has gone into shambles. Have you seen anyone around?
the Gordy shakes his head.
The poor world.
He says in a sad tone. You walk towards the Gordy and try to hug him. You say,
Do you want to join us on our adventure to find my friend Billy?
the Gordy looks at you with a sad expression. He shakes his head.
I did not think my friends would come to this place.
Aww.
The Gordy says in a sad tone. You say,
We'll come back for you. Let's go look for the others.
the Gordy nods and swims to the side. You follow him to where the other badger spiders were before. You see them running around, giggling and playing. You walk towards them.
That's nice, I guess.
You say,
Have you seen any of my friends around, little spiders?
the badger spiders point to a spot in the desert. You follow the spider's gestures, and soon you see Billy walking towards you.
Oh, shit. Billy has a voice.
Yeah. You want to be Billy?
Sure. I see you found me, Jake.
He
Yeah,
says.
he's a little British child.
Yeah.
You say,
Billy, I'm so happy to see you. Have you seen any of the others?
Billy looks around him, confused.
Others? There are others here?
You walk back to the other badgers. Billy slides to a stop and whispers to them. They all nod with eager expressions. You say,
What did you tell them?
Billy whispers to the badger spiders, and they all start running in different directions.
They asked me if I saw you, and I said yes. They said I should come with them so we can find the others.
You follow the spiders. You run towards the badger
spiders.
spiders. They lead you to a spot where a small tattered scrap of paper is lying on the ground. The badger spiders pick it up and hold it out to you. The paper says,
Gumshoe was here, pal.
You look at the notes and see that it is written in a simple script. You start to go over to the note when you hear a growling noise.
Damn, AI Dungeon straight up calling Gumshoe stupid.
Behind you is a compactly... I don't know if that's saying that right.
Does anybody know
What
what
is
that
that?
is? Does anybody know
A
what that is?
compactly. Behind you is a compactly with spiky hair and a blue suit. It speaks to you.
Objection!
It's a sea monster. It's an Aztec sea monster.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay.
You recognize this voice. It is Phoenix Wright.
That's you again,
Oh,
Zach.
shit, it's Billy. Right. What are you doing here? I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead.
Billy
Nice,
says in a
nice.
panicked tone. You say,
Are the others here too? Gumshoe and Miles.
Phoenix Wright looks at you with a scowl.
And you are Jake, I presume?
He asks in a snarky tone.
And you are?
Billy asks.
I'm Phoenix Wright. We're in need of your help, good sir.
He says in a nervous tone.
Good sir.
Oh, it's Billy, shit.
Uh-huh.
Your help? What does that mean? Why am I even here?
Billy says in a confused tone.
I'll explain everything, but you need to come with us first.
Phoenix Wright says in an imposing tone. Billy looks at you and the others. You say,
I don't trust you. You're not the Phoenix we knew.
Phoenix Wright shrugs.
It's okay, Chose. He's trying to trick us. Wait, what?
Wait,
Gumho?
who's Gumho?
When did Gumho get here?
Who is Gumho?
Gumho?
I can be Gumho.
Sure.
It's okay, Chose. He's trying to trick us.
Phoenix Wright nods to Gumho.
Then come on.
He says and rushes towards you. You shoot him for attacking you in Texas. The compactly fires a shot at you. Its bullet hits you in the chest and knocks you to the ground. The compactly approaches you, ready to kill you. Billy calls the Badger Spider horde on Phoenix Wright. The Badger Spiders surround Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright, you are under arrest.
Billy says in an authoritarian tone.
Uh-huh.
Phoenix Wright frowns and takes out his badge. Phoenix yells,
I am a lawyer.
Billy looks at the badge and says,
Well...
Wait,
well,
what?
If that is all you are, step back.
Phoenix nods to Billy and takes a step back. Jake asks Gumshoe,
Wait, is that a new character?
It must be. It's spelled different.
Jake asks Gumshoe where Miles is.
He is with me, of course.
Back to Gumho says.
Don't interrupt Gumshoe and Jake, Gumho.
Gumho gestures to the space where you are standing in now. He points you to the water below. You see Miles swimming towards you. You say,
Miles, is that you? You look like an eel.
Miles stands up on his feet and waves at you.
I'm very happy you're here. It would be a shame if we didn't introduce ourselves properly.
He says with a happy smile. Miles is a blood dimension eel now. That was in the game itself. Jakes looks at Gumho and Miles.
Wait.
Gumho, why are you helping us? We don't know you.
Gumho smiles at you. The blue badger spider tries to warn you of something. You can't make out what he is saying. Jakes asks Gumho what the warning is.
There are some bad guys nearby.
Gumho says. In the distance are a few figures you seem to recognize, as Gant, Manfred, and Joe Dark.
Oh no, all the bad guys.
What, bad guys?
Billy says in a surprised tone. Gumho looks at you and points. You see a red and green tentacle come out of the water.
Oh shit.
What is that?
Billy says in an alarmed tone. The red and green tentacle comes towards you. You say,
What is your name?
Miles swims towards you. He swims fast. You notice that he has a hammer tucked away in his belt.
What?
Of an eel's belt?
Yep.
I
think it's you.
Yeah, I think so. M. Miles, I'd like you to meet my friend, Billy.
Miles bonks you on the head and you go unconscious. You wake up in the back of a boat.
Uh-oh.
Billy walks to the front of the boat and looks at your surroundings. Miles is pulling you out onto the boat.
Thanks for everything,
Billy says in a thankful tone. Miles nods to Billy.
I am well. I hope you are well too.
He says. You look around the boat and notice it has a sign reading, Badger's Trading Post. Gumho takes a moment to turn around and tell the others to follow. He starts towards the entrance of the Badger's Trading Post. The others follow on foot. You go into Badger's Trading Post. You are still questioning why you are on a boat. Gumho looks around the trading post. He points to a man sitting at a table that reads, Owner, John Badger.
John Badger!
Gumho says in a happy tone. You say,
John Badger? King of the Badgers?
John Badgers looks at Gumho.
Oh, God. Do you want to take this?
Sure, I'll be John Badger. Yes, I am the owner of this trading post.
Okay.
John Badger puts his hand out to shake. You shake his hand. You shake John Badger's hand. John Badger smiles at you.
Welcome to the Badger's Trading Post. It's a real honor to have you here.
John Badger says.
Gumho, Billy, Jake, and Miles.
Gumho says. Apparently introducing
He tells himself. Yeah.
This is John Badger.
Right.
Billy says in a cheerleading tone. You look around the trading post and look for something useful to you. The first thing you see is a counter full of trading cards, including the mysterious card, which was gifted to you by John Badger.
It's the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
You also see a bunch of books scattered here and there. You ask Gumshoe, who's back again now, why Miles had to bonk you on the head to get them on the boat. Gumho looks at Miles and says,
Miles is a very powerful wizard. He is able to assist us on our quest.
But you didn't really explain anything to us.
Billy says in a puzzled tone. Gumho points to the books on the table.
This is a book that tells you everything you need to know about your quest. Go ahead and read it.
You read the book. It says to go to the grove of trees, speak to the tree, and look for the tentacle.
Okay,
Oh, no.
we are on our way.
Billy says in a serious tone. The boat lands on the shore
fuck.
of Anytown, Ohio.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
It's famous for the grove of trees. You search for the tree you are supposed to talk to. You find the grove of trees. You notice it is a small grove of trees that are not very easy to see from the river on which the boat has landed.
Let's go.
You give the mystery card to the tree and see what it does. When you give the card to the tree produces an energy barrier around you.
Oh, shit.
You are now ready
nice.
to meet the tentacle.
What?
You go back to where the tentacle is, bracing yourself for anything. The tentacle rises out of the water and reveals itself to be an octopus, covered in a thick, slimy red and green skin.
You could be the tentacle.
Yeah, I don't want to end up doing the same voice I just did for Gordy because it's my generic monster voice. Hello to you too.
Nice. That's good.
Go looking that one up.
Yep.
The tentacle says in a quiet tone.
It's definitely just a
octopus
one-off
raises-
character. I'm not going to have to voice this character for the rest of the story.
No, actually, Tentacle is the new main character.
Damn it.
After this.
The octopus raises its head and stares at you. Something seems quite familiar to you about this octopus. The squeakishness of its voice and the feathers on its tentacles.
Oh,
It's-
shit.
It seems to be the result of Meekins and Polly colliding.
Oh, shit.
And you're standing
no.
right in front of it. How will you get rid of the apocalypse?
Shit, I kind of feel like you should be doing this voice then, Wes.
All right, sure. Oh, to you too.
Oh, sorry, your voice. Discord ate that so hard.
No, of course it did. Thank you, Discord. You're so good to me. Hello to you too.
The octopus says in a quiet tone.
This is not a normal tentacles you are standing on. You must be very careful.
The octopus says in a serious tone. You say,
Where are Korn and Maya? What have you done to them?
the octopus gives a loud squeal and releases the energy barrier around you.
Oh no, we needed that to meet the tentacle.
Now that you are free, you must leave this place as fast as you possibly can. I thought the Edgar was helping us.
Yeah,
but
I
now
did
we need to
too.
escape. Crap, our only protection from the tentacle was literally broken before we could negotiate.
I know.
You run away from the Polymecon's abomination. You run down the river. The trees don't help matters much, as the sun is directly overhead and baking you alive.
Oh no.
You run until you find a tree to hide under.
Okay. I think that's actually a good stopping point for this one.
Yeah, that was funny. That was very good.
That was incredible. What an absolute legend.
What a ride.
Did not expect.
Looks like y'all have to read further if you want to know what happened to Korn and Maya.
Yeah. Shall we return to Ace Autocorrect and get another one of those under our belt?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go to number 6. Turnabout Deadliest Catch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's switch up the narration just so we can give Pridge a break.
I mean, I don't mind. I can
Okay,
do
then
this one
please.
too.
Go for it.
Ace Autocorrect, Prediction Right. Story 6. Turnabout, Deadliest Catch. Sisters Maya and Mia Fey were out and about on a fine evening, strolling past the ocean-side boardwalk of the city.
Oh, this is so nice and normal.
Maya was the obvious one of sister, and she uses advanced surfing techniques to make a profit.
Okay, well, that
okay.
was ruined very
Yeah.
Love
quickly.
it. Right, start out so normal, bam.
Yeah.
Maya uses advanced surfing techniques.
To make a profit.
Mia was not for it, and instead was a great hunter of the serpents.
Oh. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Already
Hell
better
yeah.
Tell me there's
Sorry,
fan art of
better
that.
AU for the Fey sisters.
There is actually fan art
There
of
is
that.
fan art of that? Great.
The two held in the hand a bit of what they called every single moment is very strange markers. The two sisters were enjoying their markers on the ceiling of the boardwalk. Didn't know boardwalks had ceilings.
Yeah.
When they looked out over the meteorite ocean and saw someone struggling to hold onto a sharp shark in the water.
Okay, I figured it out. We're in space. We're in like future times.
Uh-huh.
Also, the concept of a meteorite ocean actually
Very
is really
cool.
cool
Very
sounding.
It was Damon Gant, the same competitive performance as he had always had as a great shark wrangler.
Okay.
Nice.
Yet the shark he was fighting was no argument to make sure and was using great power to bite on Gant's shoulder.
Oh shit.
It was a legendary water beast, a scarred cliff shark. The squad of species was a really poor one indeed. Yet the first time you encounter one could easily be your life.
Sure.
Mia, being a member of the Serpent Hunter Guild, held onto a long-tipped weapon that looked like a feather and jumped on the ceiling to the ocean.
Okay. This is great.
Okay.
Maya followed, quickly submitting a paperboard to help the currents. Damon Gant was in a bad mood, as the scarred cliff shark was very high on Pepsi and thrashing about in the water wildly.
That's a Mabim Bam reference, isn't it?
No, high on Pepsi is our community. It's the way they say drunk.
That's right. That's right.
Mia ran across the beach for a while, stuffing spaghetti into a shark spear.
Okay.
I mean, how else do you load a shark spear?
Yeah, it's a great serpent's one weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Maya, on the other hand, was able to throw the paperboard into a water where it would pop up and turn disastrous. It did that.
Okay.
The paperboard turned into a mech, and Mia Fey leapt onto it. Now we're getting to a mech.
Shit.
Fuck yeah.
All right, it's Gundam now.
Damon Gant saw this happening, and the scarred cliff shark, in his discovery, took a deep, grumbly connection out of his arm.
What?
Ouch.
Sure.
Damon turned around and, brushing the head of the shark, stabbed it with a pillowcase.
That's impressive.
It didn't
Damn.
affect the shark.
Oh, no.
It's not very effective.
Damon Gant realized that this shark he could not wrangle, unlike the other fools of the shark clans.
You foolish shark clans.
Maya Fey, operating the mech, went out to sea and was using her new phone to make sure that the mech functioned rote. That's not
Okay.
correct.
All right, sure.
Mia, standing on the gas tank of the mech, pointed her serpent hunter spear at the scarred cliff shark. Damon Gant punched the shark in the mouth before diving into the water as Mia Fey jumped off the mech.
Uh-huh.
She dove the water and stabbed the cliff shark in the head,
Rad.
causing the beast to get up and run into the water, which I
it's
could have
still
sworn
not
we
dead.
were already in.
What?
No, we're in the meteorite ocean right
Oh,
now.
it's different than the water.
Yeah.
Shattering the ice and the water, the shark spear tore and slain the rest of the shark from the ladder. There's now a ladder involved.
Where the
You didn't know where the ladder got here.
But is it a step ladder?
It danced on the waves, very dead.
Aww.
Maya reached out with the mech and picked up Maya and Gant before heading back to shore. Meanwhile, Lana Hart stood on the water, makes
She
sense
had to
to
be there.
fish,
Uh-huh.
watching as the mech went back to shore. She yelled before falling over and into the water. Hopefully she can retaliate and get some dating advice.
God
The
damn.
end.
And there is amazing Maya mech. The Maya mech is really cute.
The Maya
It's
mech's
really
adorable.
cute.
Actually, let me make sure this is zoomed in a little bit more. Because it's so good. Yeah. No.
Science Tech by Dusk Plague by Dawn's Gant versus Scarred Cliff Shark by Dawn's Son with help from Curse and Shadow Phoenix.
It's really great. And there's more
Serpent
art.
Hunter Maya Fey by Shadow Phoenix and
That's
Dawn's
so good.
Damn.
Fuck yeah. Serpent Hunter Mia Fey is rad as hell.
Okay, all right, Mia. You're pretty badass in that one.
Uh-huh.
This is such a better AU for the Fey sisters. They're not they're not a spirit medium and a lawyer. They're a surfer who can pilot mechs and a serpent hunter.
Yeah.
I'd watch that anime. Pretty sure that anime exists.
I think so, actually.
Speaking of anime, you should all watch Beastars.
There we go. Pridge's top anime tips.
Beastars.
Let's hop into Kirst's My Little Pony AU.
Okay.
There's also fan art for this one, and actually, I believe animations. The script for their fan game Evidence is Magic. The idea is for the evidence for the AU is that I took the plot and characters from Ace Attorney games and put them into My Little Pony universe, making them fit into the world by designing them as different creatures, and translating certain events. The whole AU takes place sometime in the future after Generation 4 finale and the beginning of the first game, during a time where more technology is being invented, but most tech is still experimental. The game, however, takes place after the main Ace Attorney trilogy, but features almost no spoilers for the trilogy. Notes: heavy work in progress. Events may be missing, etc., etc. Wes, you were a brony in another life, right?
Yeah, I watched. I think like the first 3 seasons of My Little
okay.
Pony.
Well, if there's something
I watched up until like the I think the Discord. What's that character that's like the Griffin? I watched up until that movie.
I haven't watched. I literally don't know anything about it.
I
know the main cast.
I want to say I watched the first 4 seasons before I fell off.
I really don't know so much about it, but
it's good. It's good. The bit I saw, very entertaining.
Anyways, Quest for a Turnabout. Since I won't get to get writing this case for a while, this is basically the tutorial case where the murder of Larry's new girlfriend takes place during a Daring Do convention where AK Yearling is presenting a new book in the series. Larry gets accused again of a murder. If you guess who the culprit is, you get a shiny sticker. Turnabout from Disharmony. Yeah. Note to self, need more dialogue, please. Pridge, would you like to read the, I guess, stage directions in this case?
Sure. Fluttershy off screen interrupts Phoenix.
Hopefully I'm not bothering you, sir.
Fluttershy appears.
Are you Phoenix Wright?
Oh, yep, that's me. Who are you?
I'm Fluttershy, and I really need your help. My friend, last night at the police department,
Oh, geez. It'll be okay. Just start from the beginning. I have no idea how to calm down people who are crying.
Yeah, man, no one does.
I'll try my very best. My friend and I were
last night.
My friend and I were at the police department last night. I was there to help out with one of the police dogs since I can understand them pretty well, and my friend wanted to join me. Next thing I knew, every pony was rushing to go see something in another room. I followed the crowd, and then when I looked through the doorway,
I saw Fluttershy and then the body flash on screen.
Shit.
I saw some pony on the floor. I think I fainted after that. All I know is my friend is at the detention center right now, and I promised him I'd get him a good defense attorney. Everyone else has rejected the offer, so you're one of my last hopes.
You seem very determined to help your friend out.
Damn, Fluttershy just said that you're the last resort.
He doesn't have many other friends, so I do my best to be there for him.
Hawk, last night, your wing.
What's up with the bandaged wing?
Oh, this? I brought in a new animal yesterday morning before we went to the police department. It jumped out of its cage and attacked me, but I managed to calm it down.
That's pretty impressive. What kind of animal was it?
A goose.
And it did all that?
They can be a little aggressive. The wound isn't that bad, but it's hard to fly with. I'd rather stay on the ground anyways.
Also, Dark Angel Law shared 100 bits and says, my inner brony is pleased.
Hawk, last night, your friend.
I've been friends with him for a long time. He's been known to do some less than admirable things, but I know he wouldn't do something like this. He said friendship is dumb once. That's punishable by death in Ponyville. At least, I think I know. But I can't doubt him. No one else is there to stand up for him. He's changed since then.
You choose to examine the plant.
Charlie has been here ever since my previous boss, Mia, worked here. He looks a bit lonely. Maybe I could get him a friend. I remember seeing a cactus at the police station. Didn't it have a name? Willie, was it?
Aw, you dummy.
Typewriter noises. Click, 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 click. 20th of the third moon. 12:07 p.m.
That's good.
Detention center. Visitor's room.
This room looks a little bit different than the others. Maybe it's new.
Discord appears.
You are not a pony.
I don't remember. So I'm going to just preface now.
Can you do John Delancey's voice?
Who's John Delancey?
Yeah, he was Discord's VA. He was also he was a character on Star Trek.
Wait, which one is he?
Discord is the
which character in Star Trek?
Frick, I can't remember.
Oh, was
The
he
chat's saying
cute? Was he
Q.
cute?
Yeah.
he's cute.
Ah, okay. I fucking love him then.
Yeah.
Uh,
John Delancey's incredibly talented.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing actor. I don't remember what his voice for Discord is, but I can try and do a John Delancey impression at least from Q of Star Trek. Psh, of course not. I'm simply a trickster, though some would have called me a villain in the past.
Yeah, actually not bad,
Discord.
Wes, at all for Discord's voice.
Oh no.
Actually, that's actually not bad. I mean, that's pretty decent.
Oh, it is really. Oh
Kirk.
shit.
I said it's not that bad.
Oh yeah, people in the
It's
chat
just-
are saying it's just the Q voice.
Oh, it's just the Q. Okay, then fantastic. I'm just trying to introduce myself. I apologize. And who are you supposed to be?
Phoenix Wright. I'm going to be defending you in court tomorrow.
Oh, an attorney. How exciting.
Talk. Discord.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of me. I've listened through thousands of tales all about the incredible things I've done. The stories weren't very fun, though. I would have spiced up my act back then if I knew they would be so boring.
Well, I still don't know anything about you. Could you maybe be more specific?
Fine. I am Discord. A Draconequus?
Yeah.
Draconequus.
Or Draconequus? I don't remember how they
Draconic-
pronounce the show. I think it's how they pronounce the show.
As well as the spirit of chaos.
Spirit of chaos? Must be why the police suspected you so quickly.
These ponies underestimate me to a monstrous degree. I could break out of this prison if I wanted to, but where's the fun in that when I could be part of a real trial? Objection! And all that. I'll let these guards believe this magic barrier will stop me for just a little while longer.
Talk option. Discord. Chaos magic.
If you're so powerful, would you ever use magic for...
If you're going to say murder, I probably have the power to do so.
Wait, what?
But I didn't. I would never. I've done crazy things in the past, but killing is not one of them. I preferred chocolate rain. Chocolate rain. History quickly crashing through your veins. Chocolate rain.
Doing it in the voice was a good touch.
Talk option. Last night.
Yesterday, I was at the police department with Fluttershy. I came along because I thought it would be more fun than playing life-size, fifth-dimensional chess with myself. Of course, I was wrong, but I couldn't just leave. So I may have explored the halls a bit, and gone into a room specifically marked restricted access magic testing.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I thought it would have interesting stuff. Look at the door. Look, the door looked very enticing with all the warnings plastered onto it.
Yeah, those are supposed to protect you from getting into trouble like this.
Anyways, there were these peculiar-looking metal oriental bowls on one of the tables. I remember picking up one of them, and then my memories were a bit fuzzy after that. However, I do remember seeing the body below my feet just before I got arrested. I'm still a bit lightheaded from last night, so be easy on me.
Talk option. Last night. Bowls.
Why would the police have a bunch of bowls lying around the station?
Maybe they use the bowls for their hay burgers. That's
Why
very
would you
good.
use a bowl for hay burgers?
That's so good. I'm obsessed with hay burgers.
That's funny.
After doing all the talk actions.
I'm not even so sure if I should take this case. The fabled spirit of chaos being able to use an extensive amount of unpredictable magic, he could probably do literally anything, even manipulate the crime scene.
But I didn't.
You can even read minds?
No, you just mumble to yourself a lot. Talking about someone right in front of them is very rude, you know. At least I know, because I used to do it a lot. There were a lot of things I used to do. I used to be careless and mischievous and lonely. I don't want to end up in stone again because of a thing I swear I didn't do. Cross my heart and hope to fly.
This might be a tough case to crack, but if you're willing to cooperate...
I've been cooperating this entire time.
Okay, good. We should head to the crime scene about now. Maybe that'll fill in some missing points.
Nice.
I think that might be a good stopping point for this one. But
You don't want to spoil everything.
Right. But it's good. I mean, again, I'm not a...
Edit.
I've never played any or never watched any My Little Pony, but...
You really had to stop it right there, Zach. I was just getting ready to dunk on you with a move outside police station, then move back into detention center, then move outside police station, then actually go back to the detention center.
God damn it.
Prison West yell at Zach for not knowing how to fucking navigate.
God damn.
Oh, Zach.
Got absolutely dunked on.
How do those fucking burns feel? Get
Not
some
good.
ointment,
I
pal.
don't have to go to the hospital for this. Let's hop back to Ace Autocorrect and do
All right.
10.
All right. All right.
Oh boy, there's some real winners. Turnabout government gasoline industry. Oh boy.
I like that. You mind if I take a crack at this one?
Oh, please.
This one does have a couple voices, but no, like two things. So yeah, if you want this one, go for it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Ace Autocorrect, Prediction Right, Story 10. Turnabout Government Gasoline Industry. Phoenix and Miles were discussing plans to combat against Team Magma when Phoenix brought up a question.
Why is it that you're so afraid of cars?
It took a moment for Miles to respond, but he told Phoenix to sit down as Miles began to retell his story. Oh, it was around the time of day, I think 7-11? Gregory Edgeworth had been working on the internet, of course, to discover why Emma Skye was so successful at crime. Turns out she was one of the best people of Team Magma during their early days of practice, and eventually she left for unknown reasons. Gregory suspected it was because she had bigger things to do with her small business. Gregory had always worked under circumstances of which there was dark. And Miles, small baby child at time, was just asking for a chance to get $100 million. Gregory had pulled up to the local government gasoline industry of South Dakota to buy Miles a ticket for the big economy. The two were getting back into their car when suddenly a car took off in the air and landed beside them. It was Halloween. It was blue in color and had left-handed strikes on the back. Oh shit. Team Aqua, Miles remembered hearing Gregory hiss. Gregory shouted Miles into the car, shivering, and leaped into the basement of the car, big car, where he grabbed several hundred small handheld children.
What?
Miles remembered yelling as they sped off away from the local government gasoline industry, ticket for the economy in hand. The Team Aqua car, loaded with whips made of cards, followed after them. Miles wanted to ask why they were being charged with gold. Gregory refused to answer, instead using the car to run down the highway at breakneck speeds. Well, going over the $50 speed limit, a limit of which renowned shark wrangler Damon Gant proposed. Miles held on to his hand and curled in a wine cellar in fear as the surrounding area blurred by.
This car has a basement and a wine cellar?
It's a pretty fucking rad
car. This car kicks ass.
Listen, this is the dad of the guy who owns that bright red sports car. Of course this car has a basement and a wine cellar. Gregory seemed furious, and after pressing some things on the internet, was able to get a machine gun to yeet the child.
What?
Team Aqua were novice at their job, being low-pitch players that did sports. Fucking got 'em. Gregory doesn't like sports. Miles Edgeworth held onto the ticket for the big economy for dear life as the car screeched while making a big move. Gregory tossed Miles into the front seat to drive. A small ticking noise
child.
heard from Miles as he was gently moved. Edgeworth slammed on the gas, unsure of what to do as Edgeworth began throwing the children at Team
Oh,
Aqua.
no.
Several explosions rang out, causing one of the cars to fly in the air and land near the local government gasoline industry.
I love how it's always the full term, local
Yeah.
government gasoline industry.
Gregory covered Miles with a stick to block the sound of the massive explosion that rang out through the air. Team Aqua was with many witnesses, and they speed off into the water. To this day, they haven't been seen. Miles has stopped the car, shaking a jar. Little after this, Gregory would become a criminal for Professor Time.
What?
Professor Time!
No.
Later joined by Manfred after the plan to stop Team Magma became apparent. The ticket for the big economy that Gregory had bought for Miles had been a winner, and he opened up his jewelry shop a few questions later.
What?
However, the experience of the car chase and the explosion that followed had forever changed Miles Edgeworth, making him scared of cars, especially ones that go fast.
Goddamn.
There was always something off about Gregory that Miles couldn't find and was never able to supply. All he knew was that Gregory, although seemingly a criminal, wanted to help South Dakota. Phoenix laid back against John the Skype dog, who was laying on his paws. That was something, all right. Oh, that's you, he said as Edgeworth nodded in silence. Now that his story had been told, maybe they could finally face off against Team Magma. The time of reckoning had come.
Oh,
The end.
that's a winner.
Fucking
Goddamn.
Professor Time got me really good.
I was very surprised. A machine gun that eats babies. I'm sorry.
That's a very irresponsible weapon.
Yeah. Also, using a stick to cover your child's ears from the explosion is not very good, Gregory
Very
Edgeworth.
effective.
Oh.
I still want to ride this car that has a basement and a wine cellar.
Dude, sign me up. That's the new. You listen. Frickin' what's his name's gonna come out with that as the new Tesla model.
Elon Musk.
God.
Elon Musk is already working on his basement wine cellar Tesla car.
Happy Time Boredom does remind us he did want to help South Dakota, though, which I suppose
That's
is
true.
very important.
I mean, look,
It's
no matter what crimes he commits, we know he has a heart of gold because he really wanted to help South Dakota.
Exactly.
heck yeah. Or a heart of gasoline.
I mean, hey, they didn't have the winning ticket to the big economy.
I also like how you have to buy a ticket to the big. Yeah, the big economy was great.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what's next, Zach? We got some more autocorrects.
We gotta do Ace Christian. Actually, is Sibylla in the chat? I have to know if Sibylla is here.
Will the real Sibylla please stand up?
Because if Sibylla is not here, I will hold off on it. Sibylla is here. We gotta do Phoenix Wright Ace Christian.
Okay, fantastic.
Which is an absolutely phenomenal. Let me actually make this all bigger.
Oh
so it's
no!
more legible.
I already am scared of what's gonna happen.
Okay.
All right, so how are we doing this?
I'll voice Phoenix, Pridge, if you'd like to narrate, and then Wes. There are several characters in this one.
Fantastic. Of course there is.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm going straight to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Are we ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, sign of the cross, everyone. This is basically a prayer. Phoenix Wright, Ace Christian, by Jack Kid 166. One day, Phoenix was in his house reading his Bible because he was a good Christian who loved to read his Bible every night.
I love reading my Bible.
Syad Phoenix. However, when Phoenix turned the page, his Babel started glowing.
What the heck?
said Phoenix, and then he was sucked into the Bible!
Oh,
Phoenix woke up on the ground in Bible times,
oh, my head.
he said, and he got up and saw Jesus standing in front of him.
Hello, my child.
Holy how, it's Jesus.
Said Phoenix.
Yes, my child. I request that you assist me.
Anything for you, Jesus. You died for my sins.
Yes, but you see, I was accused of murder.
What?
You said Phoenix.
You could not do murder.
Well, I need you to defend me in court so I can die on the cross instead.
Said Jesus.
Because if I don't die on the cross, then people's sins won't be forgiven.
Okay,
Said Phoenix.
but wait, do courtrooms exist here?
I made them exist.
Said Jesus.
Now please, go investigate so you can defend me, my child.
Okay.
Said Phoenix. Next part. Investigation.
I just realized it wasn't spelled right.
Investigation.
Phoenix went to the investigation place, but a voice appeared in his head.
Phoenix Wright, you should forge evidence to win the case.
Said the voice.
No. If
Said
I do
Phoenix.
that, then I'll be arrested and lose.
No, you will not.
Okay.
Said Phoenix, and he
Forged.
forged evidence to get Jesus a not guilty at the courtroom.
Court is now in session.
Said the judge, who was also sucked to Bible times.
Oh, nice.
I am ready, your auditor.
Where is the prosecutor?
Said judge, and then the prosecution desk caught on fire.
Oh,
A red
shit.
guy with horns pooped up behind.
Oh no, it's Satan.
Yes, I am here to prosecute Jesus.
Said Satan.
You will lose, I.
No, I will not. I have Jesus.
We will see.
Said Satan, and he gave his opening statement.
Jesus was witnessed by a witness who witnessed Jesus committing the crime that he witnessed as a witness. There is also evidence for him.
Said Satan, and he presented a glove and a knife.
What the fuck? Those don't exist yet.
Said Phoenix, but the judge penalized him. Penalized him.
I call my first witness to the stand, Judas. Hi, I'm Judas.
Judas.
This is my testimony. I saw Jesus stab the guy with a knife. He was craped, but he didn't want to. He then wiped off the knife. He was wearing gloves, too.
Hold it. How many gloved?
2.
Objection. There is only one glove.
What? I saw 2!
This can only mean one thing. Homesown stole the other glove.
Not Homesown. But who?
I believe in you, my child.
Okay. I think it was Satan.
No! You can't prove it!
Yes, I can. Look at this picture.
He pulled out the picture he forged and showed it. The picture showed Satan stealing one of the gloves.
Ha ha ha! I have you now.
What?
You forged that and I have proof!
said Satan. And Satan reached into Phoenix's pockets and pulled out evidence-forging tools.
How did you know?
I'm the one who told you to, lol. Mr. Wright, you forged evidence?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry, Judge.
I am afraid you are disbarred.
No!
Wait.
What do you want?
Phoenix said he was sorry, and he was tempted by Satan. I forgive him for his sins, and you should too.
Aw, man, okay, Phoenix, I forgive you.
Said the judge, and Phoenix didn't get disbarred.
Satan made me forge the evidence.
I see. Then did he do the crime? No. It was Jesus, the witness said so. Wait. I'm sorry, Satan said if I told the truth, I would go to hell. It was really Satan who do it. What? You fool, I said no lay. I see then. I pronounce Satan guilty. No,
said Satan, and he disappeared back to hell.
Wait.
Thank you, my child.
What? It was no problem.
Thanks to you, I can die on the cross, and all sins will be forgiven. You have my thanks.
Yay.
Phoenix then disappeared back home.
That was cool.
Said Phoenix, and he had no idea what to do now.
I know. I'll go tell Edgeworth about Jesus.
Said Phoenix, and he left to make Edgeworth a Christian. And
Thank
Father, the
God.
Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
I had no lay. It was the fucking
It's Cyanolay!
absolutely legendary.
Fuck it. Thank you, Jakid166. Wherever you are.
You gotta get this person on Stranger Than Fan Fiction.
That's absolutely.
God damn. Absolutely
What's next?
legendary.
How can we follow that up?
I also like how "Thank You, My Child" was definitely not supposed to be Satan's line.
100% was not supposed to be Satan's
Oh,
line.
yeah.
I was definitely supposed to be
100% it was
No,
not
said
Satan's line.
Satan as he disappeared back to hell. Thank you,
Thank you, my child.
All right, let's do Nathan's cutout of iconic AI dungeon moments that are fit. Nathan, you're the goat for cutting these out into small digestible pieces. Because
Yummy. Which is this the last one or
the second to last one, the penultimate one?
That's Ace Christian.
Oh, sorry, the one before that.
Okay. The
Great
penultimate
Ace Christian
penultimate.
again.
Yes.
Yeah, do it again. Okay.
The best of AI dungeon moments, aka 90% chance Miles Edgeworth gets bullied. Selections from Turnabout Donut Diner. You are Charlotte Gantz. Other characters: Phoenix Wright, Simon Blackwell. Simon Blackwell, okay. Miles Edgeworth, Trucy, Abraham Dimitri von Renoir. I don't know that character, and also Felipe Lopez.
I don't know either of those characters.
Are these made up characters?
Chat, tell us, are they made up characters? Please, dear God, tell me
if
they
you don't
are.
know them, then I'm assuming they're not like late Ace Attorney game characters.
Okay,
The chat's
okay,
saying
they
yes. Okay.
Abraham Dimitri von Renoir.
That's a great
and
name.
Felipe Lopez.
Yeah.
That is a very good name.
The AI generated them. Okay, cool.
Oh, excellent. Good job. You know what? Why are we even making content? Just have computers do it.
Let's just get AIs to do our jobs.
Yeah.
I suppose Pridge for stage directions. Wes, why don't you do Charlotte?
Okay.
I'll take Abraham. You'll obviously do Miles. I'll obviously do Phoenix. I don't really remember what Simon Blackwell's objection was. I thought it was just like a gruff.
He's the one. It sounds like objection.
Okay.
Isn't that what he's like?
I didn't
I
know
just
he had,
remember it being
any
like
Britishness to him.
I thought it was like yeah, he's the one who's like silence.
Oh.
He has like a little bit of a British accent, like
Gotcha.
kind
I
of.
don't remember that at all about his character. I just remember a bird and eyeshadow and sword.
Yeah.
Look, I know nothing about Simon Blackwell, but I've
It doesn't
seen
matter,
pictures
yeah.
of. I've seen pictures of him, and how is he not everyone's favorite character by far?
I mean,
You'll
I like
see.
Simon Blackwell.
I think he's cool. He'll probably
He
never
doesn't-
come
he
back
doesn't-
again, but
Yeah, he does get kind of dirtied, and
yeah, the ending does him dirty a little bit.
that's the thing. Phoenix Wright 5 and 6 are really weird because they kind of retcon themselves.
Yeah, we can talk about it when we get there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to say about how they handled that.
There is.
But
They're very good games. The cases are good. I
Mhm.
still love Phoenix Wright, but the plots of those games are very like, wait, huh?
Yeah.
But I thought this happened. Whatever.
Clumsy Jojo
Actually,
says the way y'all just went from he's British to justify disliking him. We don't dislike him because he's British. I like him. I just think they could have done more with his character, and then they kind of just were like, "Womp."
No, I mean his character design is great.
His design is amazing. I agree with that.
The
Anyways.
concept the concept of what they did with that character, where he being who he is and then bringing him into the courtroom is very cool.
Yes, I agree with that. Okay, we'll figure this out as we go. But story so far, Charlotte Gant has gone with Simon Blackwell to the Mall of Doom. I hope nothing
Oh,
crazy
shit.
happens.
Outside the Mall of Doom, you find a man trying to push a man in a wheelchair down the sidewalk.
Damn.
The names of the two men are Mr. Abraham Dimitri von Renoir and Miles Edgeworth.
Why is Edgeworth in a wheelchair? Okay.
Mr. Abraham Dimitri von Renoir, why are you pushing Mr. Edgeworth's wheelchair down the street?
The wheelchair is mine now, and I'll push it wherever I want to. Thank you very much.
Are you in the process of repossessing my wheelchair?
I am, and yes, that is exactly the case.
I think you might be in some sort of legal trouble. Are you threatening me?
I'm telling you that I took your wheelchair. You can take it back, or you can do what I say.
What do you want me to do?
Mr. Abraham von Renoir wants Miles Edgeworth to go with him to the back door of the Mall of Doom.
Oh no, you don't go back there. You don't go back there.
You better watch it, Mr. von Renoir. If you break my wheelchair, I'll sue you.
You push the wheelchair into the dark alley. You bump into Simon Blackwell and Taka on the way to the back door of the Mall of Doom.
I don't know who Taka is.
That's his
It's
bird.
his bird.
Damn, Pridge knows.
Damn, Pridge is a better Ace Attorney fan than me.
All right, Mr. Abraham Dimitri von Renoir, we're here. Now, what do you want from us?
I want you to leave the wheelchair here.
With me still in it?
Well, if you want to stay in the wheelchair, then yes.
That's not how that works. They don't want to stay in the wheelchair.
You help Mr. Edgeworth out of his wheelchair.
Oh, okay, so he can just get up? All right.
Charlotte bonks Abraham Dimitri von Renoir with a quarterstaff.
What was that?
Charlotte bonks him again.
Stop trying to hit me.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
Simon Blackwell gets his pet hawk, Taka, to attack Abraham Dimitri von Renoir. Phoenix just stands
Where was
there.
Phoenix this whole time?
Miles is on the floor.
What happened?
I just imagine Phoenix in the background, just like vacant stare.
You should be
Take my
fine.
job.
I can protect you from Mr. Von Renoir's attack.
I don't think I will be fine.
Before you can do anything, a group of bandits appear and begin attacking Mr. Edgeworth.
I haven't seen you around here before, bandits.
You want to do this together as a group of bandits?
Yeah, sure. There we go.
1, 2, 3. We don't
We
care
don't
what
care
you
what
think.
you think.
We just want
We
this
just want
guy's
this guy's
wheelchair.
wheelchair.
That was so bad. You're disturbing the Mall of Doom.
You, Simon, Trucy, and Phoenix take out your weapons.
Wait.
Trucy uses her magical powers to create a big force field around you and the other three. Phoenix's weapon is a syringe.
Okay.
Simon's weapon is a stick.
I can be Simon. You have the look of a fighter. What is your name?
My name is Felipe Lopez.
And you are here to get that wheelchair?
Enough talk. You are going to give it to me.
Before you have a chance to prepare another attack, Felipe steps on your right foot. You cry out in pain.
Ow! You meanie!
This is called a Maggie kick. If you want to live, you'll have to tell me what I want to know.
Let's start small. What is your gang's name? Why are you wanting Mr. Edgeworth's wheelchair?
I am one of
Felipe was asking the questions.
I am one of the owners of the Donut Diner.
The Donut Diner is one of the largest chains of restaurants in town. Why do you want the wheelchair?
I'm going to... Sorry. I'm going to use this to kidnap Mr. Edgeworth. You are going to let me do this, aren't you?
Aha! You can't get him now because he's on the floor and not in the wheelchair. Fucking foiled again. It seems Felipe is telling the truth. Why do you want to kidnap Mr. Edgeworth?
So I can ransom him. I will pay a lot of money and my gang will be happy.
Not to ransom him to myself.
What? They are all greedy
Felipe does
people.
not know how crime works.
Felipe, if you and your gang kidnap Mr. Edgeworth, what would you do with him?
We will take a picture with him and then put it on the Donut Diner's Facebook page.
Now we know for sure that Felipe and his gang are crazy.
He slaps Felipe.
You're horrible. Oh, you guys are so mean.
Come now. Give me some money. I need $500 in cash.
Simon gives Felipe $500. Felipe Lopez lifts the wheelchair and walks away.
What are you doing? I guess this is the good ending.
Oh my god.
How is that the good ending? You
Yo.
lost $500 and the wheelchair.
And Edgeworth's just laying on the
Oh,
ground the whole
God.
time.
Phoenix is doing nothing with his syringe.
Yeah, his giant syringe.
It doesn't even say giants. It just says Phoenix fights with a
You're
syringe.
right. In my head, I just assumed it was a giant syringe.
In my head, he's literally just got like a fucking regular sized
A little
medical syringe. He's like, don't get too close to me.
Oh,
I'll give you this COVID vaccine.
god damn. Let's see. Let's do selections from English Pub Turnabout, and then we'll rally back to do the Dolores stuff, and then we'll see where we're at time-wise.
Good. Yeah, because we still have art to do
We
tonight,
still
right?
have art to do tonight, which we're going longer than this than I wanted. Who would have thought? You are Maisie Mudd. Characters are Sebastian DeBest, Miles Edgeworth, and Dick Gumshoe. You are Maisie Mudd. Sorry so far. You are Maisie Mudd at the Old Town English Pub. You have brought your uncle, Miles Edgeworth, to the pub with you. As well as this, you have brought Sebastian DeBest, who already appears somewhat tipsy, and he hasn't even had anything. Due to recovering from a bout of paralysis several months ago, your uncle, Miles Edgeworth, can't actually walk, so you push him there in a wheelchair your mother Dolores bought at 2 a.m. in a fancy Walmart. Note, this is in another section. Okay. Did it remember? That's great. Here's the thing. Breaking up the voice stuff. You technically have voiced Maisie already. I think it would be best if I did, because I also literally don't know anything about Sebastian DeBest. I imagine
That's
he's
fair.
very foppish, but...
No, he's kind of the worst. I know
Oh.
everybody. I know everybody loves him, He gets a redemption moment, sure, but it's like the last 30 minutes of the final case of the game.
Okay.
He's just a weenie.
Okay.
He's a self-important weenie. He thinks
Yeah.
he's the best.
That's why I
which
thought
is
he was like
the
kind
whole
of a
thing
fop.
with his last name. Yeah, I don't think he's British,
No,
but
okay.
I'll give him a weenie voice.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him the exact voice that I think he deserves.
Fair. Also, Dark Angel Law
He
cheered.
dines at Weenie Hut Jr.
Dark Angel Law cheered 100 bits saying, "What in the blood dimension just happened?" I don't know. Okay.
Oh dang, King Kieran said he's Kokichi Oma. Dang. Do
Oh,
I give
okay.
a Kokichi voice?
I could hear that. That's a good Kokichi.
I mean, that's the best line. Is the the little tee hee hee.
That and the it's a lie.
Yeah.
That
Oh
moment fucking
god.
got me so hard.
Best character, I think.
Mhm.
If I
Mm.
that he and Nagito.
Nagito's
Best characters.
But anyways,
All right, you ready?
let's do it.
You go through the doors of the pub, and Sebastian starts to sing.
Oh shit.
Sebastian begins to sing All Star by Smash Mouth.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Oh yeah, I'm a star. All stars are crazy and wonderful. And if you don't know what that means, then you need to get out more.
I'll have one of your finest corn milks, please.
Sebastian grabs his guitar and starts strumming it. He decides to play a song called Jimmy, I've Been Heartbroken for Years. As the song ends, you and Sebastian decide to walk to the next pub to sing a song. You and Sebastian decide to stop at the next pub. The name of the pub is The Old Thirsty Goat. You called an Uber to bring Miles across the street to the Old Thirsty
Jesus.
Goat, where he is now at the entrance.
So, I guess this is one of these new gamer bars.
It's got a fucking arcade bar, a fucking barcade.
Exactly. It is a place where we can bring our friends and have a good time while playing games. And you get to try new games as well.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, hold on. Maze orders corn-flavored G Fuel. Sebastian orders another root beer. Miles Edgeworth, your uncle, orders corn-flavored soda.
God damn it.
I hate you all.
I have the game ready for you to play.
Sebastian wants you and Miles to play a game called Face Bopper. The title screen of Face Bopper appears. After a few seconds, the game begins. The screen reads, Face Bopper is a game where players can take their face and move it on a 5x5 grid. They must look at other faces and use them as clues to win the game.
Isn't this basically Guess Who?
Yes, a game where you guess the other person's facial expressions in order to win.
Sebastian goes first. The lie he tells is that his crack team of forensic experts has found the fingerprints of an old lady in the space where the space is.
Wow! What? No way! I can't believe your crack team of forensic investigators has found the fingerprints of an old lady in the space where the space is.
True dat.
The lie you tell is that your telly show has discovered the location of an unknown alien species in the galaxy. The name of the telly show is The 65-Year-Old Man from Mars Show.
Oh shit. I'd watch that. That stars Rowan Atkinson, you know. You're lying. Checkmate.
Sebastian is now dangerously drunk. He runs out of the wine room and into the middle of the pub. Everyone stares as he begins to dance.
Wah!
Sebastianer tries to leave the pub. He tries to leave, but passes out on Miles' lap.
Aw, man. He had so much potential. I wish we could help him more.
Miles gets out his phone and calls Detective Gumshoe.
Please come to the pub and lift Sebastian off my lap. Thank you.
The detective, Gumshoe, arrives at the pub.
Not Gumshoe. Hey, Miles. Hello, Gum. I was wondering if you could take care of my drunken friend here.
Gumshoe takes the root beer from Sebastian and chugs it all in one go. He is now
Hell
drunk.
yeah.
Oh
Gumshoe
no.
begins to dance
Gum.
wildly and approaches Miles again. He dances so hard that he too falls onto Miles' laps. He falls on top of Sebastian.
I realize I am completely drunk, Miles, but I am just so happy to see you again. I am just so happy to see you myself.
So, Miles, is Gumshoe okay or not?
Gum, you failed the test. You are indeed drunk. You need to go home and sober up.
Gum is now sober. Gumshoe gets up off of Miles' lap and finally picks up Sebastian, who, in his sleep, says wah repeatedly. Your mother Dolores leads you and Miles out of the pub and over to the car. The type of car is a Volkswagen Jetta.
This episode's sponsored by Volkswagen.
She lifts Miles in the car and you speed down the street, going 1,000 miles an hour.
God damn.
What an ending!
Oh. I do appreciate the just wah. Wah. All right. We've put it off. Let's get to the Dolores backstory. I cannot guarantee that we will get through all of this, Dawn Sun. But I want to get into it.
We're doing it.
Here's the volume of it. Fable playing game, blah, blah, blah. Change drastically in the future. By no means is it the final version.
Viewer discretion is advised.
You know, I've never really looked at the painting in the background. It's just like a bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Very excited. All right, I'm Dolores, I guess.
Oh.
Huh?
Can you actually turn the volume down a little bit?
Oh yeah, it's very loud for you guys, huh?
Yeah, it's very loud.
How's that? Chat, is it loud for you? Because it looks like it's coming through loud. Even though it's not loud in my ears. It's loud? Okay. Better?
Better.
Chat, let me know if it's too loud, but this should be good.
It's good for me now.
Okay. Donson, I forget. Did we say that Dolores has a transatlantic accent?
Oh, she has a transatlantic accent.
Well, I mean, she's another Von Karma raised with Edgeworth and whatnot. I mean, she could go British, or sorry, not British, German, but she's not really written that way. Donson, if you have a preference, let me know. She's a Von Karma, so she definitely has an accent. I agree with that.
Huh.
I'll start doing transatlantic. You let me know how it sounds. Sorry we had to meet this late. It was the only time they would allow me to meet with you, Miles. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
It's all right, Dolores.
Take a seat. We'll be here a while. I think it's time you tell us.
Oh, Johnson, you want it German? Okay, I'll do German. Everything I know. What happened all those years ago, the JX5 trial, and why I left.
Naturally. We deserve some answers, Dolores.
And Miles.
Hmm?
I'm sorry for what I might bring up.
What do you mean?
I know that look. I do not need to explain. I don't have all night. Please ask whatever, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Talk before JX5.
Tell us about before the JX5 incident. Did you decide to take the path of a defense attorney before your first trial?
No. You know how father is, expecting nothing less than perfection. I was never a very social person.
You chose to hide from the eyes of others rather than confront them.
Yes. Yet it seems this case is forcing me into the opposite. Regarding my life before JX5, quite normal. As normal as life is for a Von Karma, which is not very normal if you ask someone else.
Scared of Papa?
I suppose. I don't know if he ever truly knew what perfection was. I don't know if he ever truly knew that perfection was never one of my ideals.
He was hard on all of us.
Papa is making us into the best people we can be.
He is shaping you into a mirror image of himself. Nothing more. He doesn't value your personal ideals, Ziska. I don't believe he values yours either, Miles.
Watch your tongue, little sister.
Little? I'm way older than you. At least, at times it was nice. I still remember when I convinced him to take me to an amusement park. He hated that.
I believe we tried pulling him to one as well.
And we won.
Should I be surprised? Back to what we were originally talking about. I got into law school around 13. It's the same as you, Franziska.
Correct.
I'm guessing prosecutor studies?
Yes. It wouldn't be until after JX5 when I changed. When it all changed. JX5 incident.
About JX5.
I remember it vividly. It was a unique case. I am surprised no one remembers it.
It's the case that led you down the path of a defense attorney, correct?
Yes. At the time, I was training as a prosecutor, and this was to be my first ever case.
Papa arranged for you to be the prosecution, no?
He did. He watched the trial like a hawk.
Who was the defense attorney of the case? Manfred would make sure it was a challenge.
Well, tell us and stop acting so foolish.
Is something wrong?
It was your father. Gregory Edgeworth was the defense attorney of JX5. I'm sorry. I really didn't want to bring this up, Miles. I really didn't. I know how much it torments you.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Miles, you aren't fine. Can I continue?
Yes, I want to know.
It was a double homicide case at the park. 2 victims were killed with a single bullet.
I could easily prove the defendant's guilt.
Shut the fuck up, Francisca. It wasn't simple at all, Ziska. Turns out it was all a mess when the 2 victims were opposing business partners of 2 major tech companies. Oh, sorry. As she was talking, it confused me. They worked together to make it. They worked together to make rich and sought to bankrupt their own companies. Goopel and Sung Sang, respectively. That was very good.
Goopel and Sung Sang.
That's really good. Everyone thought that there was no way the 2 victims could have been killed with a single bullet, since their bodies were fairly far apart.
Were there any witnesses?
No, but there was a second shooter on the grassy knoll.
God damn it.
Only one. Hylan Highwater.
I've heard that name before.
She was a hit woman that later took up the studying of spirit channeling. The most vile and evil woman I have ever heard of. Rivaled him with her heinous crimes. I'm glad I haven't been caught in the chaos he's caused.
Him? The police have been trying to catch that man for years. He seems like a child compared to what this woman was capable of.
Then why haven't we heard more on her? You'd think her name would be spread all through the district.
can explain soon. This all ties to JX5. The case seemed pretty cut and dry, but with Gregory Edgeworth as the defense attorney, my father saw it as a challenge.
My father truly believed in his clients. He was a man that fought for the truth.
And fought for the truth he did. You know the reputation my father has. He was able to get his hands on forged evidence and arrange for the planting of the second bullet.
Forged evidence? It is nothing but a foolish rumor.
He used forged evidence to get you the win. Did you win the trial?
He tried, and he failed. I was able to prove that the two victims had been standing beside one another at the time of the murder.
Allowing them both to be killed with one bullet.
Precisely. The defendant, Jeeves Stubbs, was the CEO of Google. This gave him a clear motive for the murder, wanting to stop the traitor. However, Gregory Edgeworth was able to prove that his client was not on the correct side of the park when the murder took place.
And that was it?
No. I had a witness after all. Highland Highwater.
Highland Highwater, right?
Yes. At the time, we didn't know that's who she was. She went under the name of K. Oz at the time.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Let me guess. She was the real murderer.
Precisely. It was when Gregory Edgeworth seemed to do the impossible. That's when I began to believe the defendant was innocent.
How have I not heard of this case sooner?
Is it Manfred's fault? Was this part of his grand scheme to erase all memory of me? I don't know. I had my fair share of objections, yet he was able to combat them all. The judge called for a recess in the middle of the trial, and well...
What happened?
My father... He saw that I was beginning to believe in the innocence of the defendant, yet he insisted that he was guilty. He said that he was going to finish the trial without me, take my place as a prosecutor, and win the case because I was too weak. I objected to that, of course, and said that I was out to find the truth, not secure a specific verdict. I'm still unsure if I regret those choice of words.
Did he let you continue the trial?
At first, no. Actually, it was your father that assured me that I was the one who finished the case. He was a kind man, with a gentle heart. I was putting up a good fight, after all. The trial continued, but my father wasn't there as my co-counsel. I don't know where he was at the time. Myself and Gregory worked together to break Highwater.
You worked together?
After the evidence and arguments Gregory presented, I believed in the defendant's innocence. Defense and prosecution worked together to reveal the true culprit, who was Highwater. She was hired by the CEO of Sung Sam, Andy Royd. Oh, okay, that's good too, I get it.
If that fool is anything like that other man, wouldn't she leave behind something that told she did?
Highwater plays dirty. Like I said, she was an evil woman. Always ended up screwing over her clients and getting them thrown in jail for a murder she committed.
You mentioned that she took up spirit channeling as well.
Yes, after the trial, I did spend time searching through all we knew about her. Turns out she wasn't only a professional assassin, but a spirit channeler. After one of her hits was to take out a spirit channeler, she took up the study of it, hiding herself to be like one of them and learn their techniques. It was only a rumor, but I heard that she's channeled the spirits of the deceased to take vengeance on others.
Foolish. A spirit channeling hit woman? The idea sounds utterly preposterous.
Yes, and yet that's who she was, or so we think. Not much else is known about her. After the trial, she was sentenced to death. It seemed like death was the only thing that could stop her. I'm starting to go French.
My father was able to secure the not guilty verdict from the defendant.
That was his final verdict, yes. The client of Highwater got arrested as well.
And all of this madness led you to making the foolish decision of becoming a foolish attorney?
Watch your tongue, Franziska. In short, yes. I learned that there was more to the trial than having to prove the defendant is guilty. That there are people out there that have no one else by their side. Gregory was one of those people, and I respected him and what he stood for. No matter how much my father criticized me for it, Gregory told me that I had potential, no matter what path I took. It was then I realized the path I was walking was the wrong one. The JX5 trial would not only mark the end of Highland Highwater, but the start of a defense attorney by the name of Von Karma. Highwater was arrested. That was the last I heard of him.
My father helped you become a defense attorney.
It's a small world, isn't it?
What happened after the JX5 trial?
I think this is me.
I think so.
I know she wants to know when I made my decision to leave. It got a lot harder. Father and I got into frequent arguments, and it got to the point where he never wanted to talk to me anymore.
I'm sorry for what you had to go through.
It hurt me so much. It still does, knowing that I called him my father, yet he refused to call me his daughter. I still continued with my law studies. He couldn't stop me in that matter.
I assume you began studying defense.
No, I tried, but Father made sure I didn't get my hands on any books relating to defense attorneys. I just studied law in general.
And what about us? Were we part of the reason you left?
No, Ziska. It was only a few years later when you arrived.
I was born into the world as a prosecutor.
I believe that when Father failed to make me a prosecutor, he decided to train his next prodigy sooner. Soon after Franziska earned her riding crop, it happened.
It? Oh.
I'm sorry, Miles. It being DL6.
Oh no! The day my father died before my very eyes.
It was a day that would change the lives of so many.
It still haunts me to this very day. I try, but I cannot escape it no matter what I do. Loser! Ugh! What was that for?
To make you feel better, naturally.
Maybe use your words instead of using that VIP next time, sis.
The DL6 incident. It's about to end nearly a month from now.
The statute of limitations closes the case after it goes unsolved for so long. Since DL6 is nearly a 15-year-old case, it will be locked away for good when its anniversary arrives.
Once this nightmare ends, maybe I can finally get some closure.
Don't give your hopes up. I never thought this case would come around to me. Who knows what might happen?
Don't give me hope, Dolores.
It's surprising what a little hope can do. Along with the faith you put into others' Miles, I know you'll be set free from this torment.
Thank you.
After the events of DL6, my father took you in, set you on the path of a prosecutor like Franziska.
Correct. We worked day and night to live up to his standards.
And yet we knew so little about you. Only what Papa told us after you left.
He made sure I was separated from you two. He didn't want me influencing you two. I was able to sneak in some conversation, but I felt like I was more of an accomplice rather than an older sister.
I can only begin to imagine what that felt like.
It's the closest thing to living hell. That's what I'd compare it to. being able to seize the ones you care about, but never being able to reach them.
That does sound painful.
That was the way I lived my life for many years. Yet, I held on to what Gregory had told me, and I knew that when the opportunity presented itself, I would walk a different path.
That's when you left.
Yes. Donson in the chat says, more than halfway there. Donson, I don't know if we're going to finish this. It's really good.
It is good.
It's really
very
good.
The way you write the characters is very true to form.
Absolutely.
Which is very awesome.
Just 3 more things. 3 more long talky sections?
We gotta leave something we gotta leave something for the final product when it's done.
That's true too.
Are we finishing it though?
We'll finish this text box. This section.
Okay.
I left because I wanted to walk down the path of a defense attorney, not be a prosecutor. And the only way to do that was to run away. And yet it seems I still can't outrun my past. It wasn't long until I met Detective Skylar and changed my name to Eliminate.
Nice.
A name change? Why?
The Von Karma name goes back many generations. A lineage of famous prosecutors always living in the spotlight of the law. I never wanted that kind of attention. I didn't feel like I deserved it. I wanted to go into hiding. I didn't want to just be judged just because of the name I had. So I decided that I would become Eliminate. It was to help me hide. It was to help hide me on the shame of my past.
You still cared, didn't you?
I always cared. Day and night I wondered about both, all of you. What path you would go down. When I would hear of your feats in the courtroom, I was both impressed and mortified at what Father had made you two into.
Maybe it is the path we were destined to go down.
I care not for your sentimentality. You abandoned your family to pursue a path that you are never meant to walk.
And sentimentality is the respect, the cold-hearted pay to feeling. I know this isn't what you think for Ziska.
I'll decide in court whether or not you are worthy of the Von Karma name.
The look in her eyes is a mix of anger, guilt, and sadness. Can I blame her? Okay. Before we learn about this case, we are going to put the brakes on this.
Okay.
And
It's like, what word is he gonna use? He's got a whole bunch.
I know. We will actually go into the art segment now because hey, guess what? It's 10 o'clock.
Heyo.
Give me 2 seconds because I'm pretty sure.
Well, first off, thank you, Don Sun, for writing all that and for
for
letting
real.
us read it.